Hello, welcome back to the sewing room. I'm Lara, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. Call it a hair experiment. I spent most of yesterday with my friend Elizabeth teaching me how to make hair forms like this one. In fact, it was this one. I have learned something about myself, which is that I, despite my childhood training, can't sleep in foam rollers. So instead, yesterday I did put my hair up into rollers basically right away. I had it in by 8 in the morning, and I think we took the rollers out around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, so it had had plenty of time to set. And then last night, before I went to bed, I just put a little hairspray in it, and I'm hoping that this still has enough of the right texture to look good for a 1770s hairstyle. So yeah, come along with me. Let's try this thing. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the amount of curl I have. I did only have so many of the truly small rollers. I had some 3/4 inch rollers, and then when I ran out, I switched to bigger ones. So you can see that's like a looser curl in the back. But again, I was really happy with how it looked yesterday. So we'll see. So first thing I have to do is try to part my hair right above the tip of the ear. This is kind of the, oh man, okay. So for those of you who don't follow the channel and aren't looking at my hair every week, I have been using hot rollers and curling it just generally. Yeah, so as I discovered, my little failure as a vintage girly is that I can't sleep in the foam roller, so I'm not going to use a wet set unless I really have to. And I need clips. Alright. So my hair, if I leave it completely alone, is maybe a few inches. Alright, I want to make sure you can hear me over the bag. Maybe a few inches longer than my collarbone position. Okay, I gotta try that again. Scrub. But it's not super long, and from a like old school vintage perspective, my hair would actually be considered pretty short, but I do suspect that there were probably a lot more women who had hair about my length than the kind of floor length hair you see some people showing off in Victorian photos. But only issue with, I didn't really want to comb or brush this out because I didn't know what that would do. So it just means I just have a few little bitty knots. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to pull open the knot without breaking too much hair. There we go. So okay. There's half of her front. Clip that out of the way, and then the reason I'm taking all this time to part it is I want to make two little braids right on the top of my head to help anchor everything too, because it's not going to just clip on as easily as you might want it to, but I want it to feel, I need it to be secure, partly because I don't want it to be coming apart, but also the goal for this hair is to have a pretty big hat on it too, and so I need to be confident that it's going to, you know, work out okay. So alright, so I've got little bitty elastics for my buns, for my braids. So just, even though having the curls does give my hair a lot more texture, and in theory, I could try just pinning stuff to it, I know that my hair is not going to behave well enough to just pin things to. And it's kind of uncomfortable if it pinches. So all I'm doing is I'm taking kind of a section, and this is actually probably bigger than most people would, but when I take just a 1-inch square section, it pinches too much on my scalp. I do have kind of a sensitive scalp, so, whoa, oops, just gently trying to, I'm not going to be able to probably braid all the way to the end, because the ends of the curls might be a little too much. I couldn't do that yesterday. I might be able to do it today because it might have relaxed a little bit, but if I don't brush it out, I can't braid it at all. So then basically I'm just braiding this, and then I'm going to do another one right next to it, and then I'll finally have something to pin the thing I made to. Alright, now that the braids are both done, I am going to, whoa, not accidentally take the elastic off of one of them, my goodness. I should probably get some better elastics, but this is what I have, so. Anyway, again, about the slippery hair, it's slippery. Okay, so now I'm going to wind these into little buns and bobby pin them down with bobby pins in an X shape to help them, you know, stay in location. Now, if you're not tender-headed like me, you can probably get away with just one braid and make it even smaller than this, but I just can't. I tried yesterday and I was like, okay, that's super uncomfortable. I need more anchorage. Okay. Now I take my lovely hair piece that I made, and there's a little, I added a little thread here so I would be able to see which was supposed to be the back. It's a little higher in back than it is in front. And my main goal with this is to get it far enough forward so that it's the very front of it is even with my natural hairline. For some reason, it's really easy to pin it too far back and then it looks like it's just sliding off, which is not good because then it might slide off, but also it just doesn't look the way you want it to. So I have these kind of heavy duty hairpins that I actually bought in St. Paul at a ballet store called Grand Jeté. And so then I'm going to use those to attach this piece to my head. I might put those too far back, but let's find out. Anyone else tender-headed and like feel this weird thing about lying about it? Like if someone else is helping you with your hair, you're like just trying so hard not to flinch because you know they're not trying to hurt you, but like it hurts. I have that too far back, hopefully not. So now the goal is to flip up each side and then the front and then the back and attach. At this stage, don't obsess too much about getting each individual area looking perfect. I hope you can tell that I'm not. But basically just, you want to just get it up there and then you can refine afterwards. All right, so this is actually kind of the simple version of this. There could be a lot more going on, especially in the back. And be kind to me, I actually can't see the back. But so I've left some of my curls from the back of my hair down, and I don't know, this is probably going to evolve with time, but I'm super happy with the way the front looks. I'm hoping the sides look good, and I'm hoping the back looks okay. I don't know where my hat pin is. I'm gonna have to find, I know I own at least one, maybe two, I don't know. But anyway, just to see what this looks like with the hat. Here's the hat. I think you're supposed to kind of, not sure if it's supposed to be like jauntily perched. Let's pretend we know it's supposed to be jauntily perched. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, I definitely need a hat pin. I'm gonna have problems, but just for right now. Not bad. Here is the finished look. The hat did stay on pretty well. I am holding it here because it was very windy on this rooftop, but overall super pleased with how this came out.